It's time for Windy News. Now, coming up, a delegation from the University of Copenhagen paid a courtesy call on the Vice Chancellor of the University of Education, Winneba. And also, the Inspector General of Police has transformed police training school, said the flag bearer of the new Patriotic Party. The Ghana Freedom Party has formally elected Philip Kwabena Ajiman, better known as Roman Father, as its next presidential candidate. This and many more we have here on Windy News. My name is Nana Ama Nyameke Baini. Now the news in detail. A delegation from the University of Copenhagen, Denmark, paid a courtesy call on the Vice Chancellor of the University of Education, Winneba, this morning. The discussion centered on the possibility of renewing an existing Memorandum of Understanding and grant scholarship between the two institutions. Significant curriculum and practical improvement at the police training school led the Inspector General of Police, Dr. Akofo Dampare, have been commended by the Vice President Mahamudu Bawumia. Speaking during the Police Academy Course 53 graduation ceremony in Accra, he emphasized how the Ghana Police Service overall atmosphere has been improved by the considerable infrastructure construction and the increase in class sizes. Dr. Bawumia observed that the police academy has undergone revolutionary changes as a result of Dr. Dampare and his management team's unwavering commitment to excellence. To some other stories, the National Democratic Congress flag bearer John Dramani Mahama has made a major pledge to construct sports stadiums in each of Ghana's 16 regions. This program seeks to promote youth development across the nation and improve the nation's sports infrastructure. Mahama reaffirmed the NDC's commitment to developing young people via sports during a recent campaign tour in the OT region. According to him, the planned regional stadiums would be essential venues for developing young talent, fostering a sense of community pride and boosting participation in sport by local populace. Mahama emphasized the financial benefit of building these stadiums in addition to cultural and social ones. The Ghana Freedom Party (GFP) has formally elected Philip Kwabena Ajiman, better known as Roman Father, as its next presidential candidate. The party's founder and former candidate Donko passed away too soon, leading to a shift of leadership. On Monday, November, Roman Father, a well-known TV and media personality with Accra-based Atinka FM, revealed his candidacy in an interview with the same network. Roman Father clarified in his interview that the GFP's leadership underwent a thorough consultation process before choosing him as the party's flag bearer. He emphasized that in order to guarantee a smooth transition after Donko's vet, the party implemented a comprehensive and inclusive procedure. We are going for a short commercial break. When we come back, it's still Windy News.
As we venture forth into the grand arena of the 2024 general election, where we shall cast our votes to determine the guiding force of our beloved nation, We implore each and every one of us
to prioritize our dear motherland above the divisive realms of political parties and their charismatic figures. In this crucial moment, we find ourselves with no alternative but to embrace the resounding call for peace.
Let us consciously opt for peace, for it is the noble choice
that surpasses the destructive powers of violence and warfare.
I am Priscilla Akwabwa, a level 200 geography student from the University of Education, Winneba. I stand for peace.
My name is Emmanuel Atamenza, a level 300 geography student from the University of Education, Winneba. I consciously opt for peace.
Hey there, welcome to Radio Midday 98.3 FM. Seated right in front of you is Ampon Bismaku, for short Ampon B. Here we say we are the ultimate in campus radio. I entreat you all to be listening to Radio Midday 98.3 FM. And your Radio Midday, forget about it.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. We are still live on Radio Midday 98.3 FM. Now the news continues. Alan Tremonton, the Movement for Change presidential candidate, has promised to implement stringent policies to infrastructure Ghana's small-scale mining business and enable young Ghanaians to legally assume ownership of the sector in order to alleviate the country's illicit mining crisis called galamsey. He expressed concern about the high youth unemployment rate during a campaign walk in the Greater Accra region, citing it is a primary motivator for many young people to engage in illicit mining. In order to address this problem, Alan suggested a one-year prohibition on a small-scale mining operations in order to restore and clean the country's forests and waterways and give time for a thorough examination of the mining industry. He promised to revoke any licenses that has been connected to illicit mining and exploitation throughout the previous 15 years. Now to other stories where Godfred Yeboah Dame, Ghana's Attorney General and Minister of Justice, has emphasized that no organization or person in Ghana possesses sovereignty authority because, according to the Article 1 of the Constitution, sovereignty ultimately belongs to the people of Ghana. Dame emphasized the Constitution's position as the country's highest law when speaking to guests at the swearing-in ceremony of the new president and officers of the Ghana Bar Association on Monday, November 4. He emphasized how his supreme laws give the judiciary ultimate judicial authority, confirming that the judiciary has the jurisdiction to interpret and implement Ghanaian law uniformly for all people and institutions, including the president. To some education story where Dr. Yao Osei Aduchum, the Minister of Education, has once again issued a warning against effort to do away with the double track system in secondary schools. education, stating that doing so may deny the Ghanaian kids access to free senior high school education. His comment coincides with an increasing number of stakeholders calling for the elimination of the double track system due to its problems. But according to Dr. Adichum, the system is essential to increasing educational opportunities and guaranteeing that more students take advantage of the government's free senior high school policy. Dr. Adichum explained the reasoning behind the double track system to the media during an unexpected visit to the Presbyterian Boys School. Now we go again for a short commercial break. Please do stay. Welcome back from that short commercial break. This is Windy News. Before we end the news, a revisit of the stories that made headlines. A delegation from the University of Copenhagen, Denmark, paid a courtesy call on the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Education, Winneba, and the Inspector General of Police has transformed police training school, says the MPP flag bearer, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. The Ghana Freedom Party, GFP, has formally elected Philip Kwabena Agyemang as its next presidential candidate. And that will be all for today's Windy News. The news presented by Nana Ama Nyameke Baini. Thank you for doing the listening and do enjoy the rest of your day.